This changes everything for the Ducks. The Ducks have finally found a new star. We get into exactly who I'm talking about in this edition of Ducks Digest. Hey, it's Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 9% of you, the ones who are watching these videos, who have already hit the sub button. But 91% of you have not subscribed yet. We're the newest Anaheim Ducks YouTube channel. Bring you everyday Ducks content right here on YouTube. So help out a fellow Anaheim Ducks fan since 2003 and hit that subscribe button. As we know, the Ducks are a young team. It has been a struggle the last few years for this hockey club, failing to make the playoffs, since 2018. It's now been 7 years. It's going to be 8 years next spring. But the Ducks have finally found a new star that I think is going to change everything for the Ducks, right? I mean, obviously, Trevor Zegras was supposed to be that guy when they drafted him a few years back, and he didn't turn out to be that star at all. He was, struggled to even be an average player in the NHL. He really struggled to really, even be an average player. So now the Ducks have an above-average player that is really going to make a difference this upcoming season. And I'll tell you exactly why. NHL.com posted an interesting article talking about Leo Carlsson taking big steps toward having a prominent role for Team Sweden in the Olympics. 20-year-old Ducks center could be a top player for a long time on an international stage. And if he could do it on an international stage, why can't he do it in the NHL, right? Hopefully that's the plan. A star for the Ducks for a long time is what I hope every Ducks fan is thinking about when it comes to this young player, only 20 years old, Leo Carlsson. As we know, this upcoming Olympics is going to be super fun out in Italy because we're going to see NHL talent go at it. Although I was looking at the schedule and a bit of a downer with the gold medal game being at 5 a.m. Pacific time, which is a bit early for us on a Sunday morning, 5 a.m. So that's the only kind of downside about the Olympics. But a glimmer of potential shown by Leo Carlsson. Of course, a couple years ago at the World Championships was enough of an audition for Sweden coach Sam Holm to get excited for the future. Now, Carlsson's got a couple years under his belt with the Ducks, and he has obviously begun, to show real talent, real potential for Carlsson, right? You can't say Carlsson is a bona fide NHL star yet. That's obviously would be inaccurate. Carlsson is not an NHL star at the moment. He's building towards that. He's only 20 years old. There's been very few players in NHL history who have been stars at his age. But in about a couple years, 22 years old, 23, you expect Carlsson to be an established NHL star by then. This might be the last year that we see Carlsson kind of, continue that development, or we could see Carlsson break out and have, a massive season, which would really make a difference for the Ducks this year, right? But Hallam had some interesting words speaking about Carlsson. He said he was one of the players we took because he was available in the pre-camp before the Worlds, and he was just like the best player for every game. I don't think we had the plan that he was going to play the Worlds that year, talking about, of course, 2 years ago in 2023. But he convinced us through that whole build-up and the whole camp that he was ready for it, which is obviously great, great to hear. And he said, I'm happy that he's gotten experience. It's huge for him now. I hope it gave him a good start to his NHL career. This has been a very good start for Carlsson in his NHL career. Last season, 20 goals, 25 assists, 45 points in 76 games. Those are pretty good numbers for a very young player. Who obviously during his rookie year was limited, right? Only 55 games because of, injuries, and that was obviously rough for Carlsson that first year. But last year he really bounced back, and like Carlsson said, it's been 2 long years. 2 years in NHL, I feel it's much stronger and bigger and more confident. Just everything, more speed, a bigger body, stuff like that. It's all about confidence for me, and it feels it's great. And, I think Carlsson has to have more confidence now, right? Why would Carlsson not have confidence? Now Carlsson can talk to himself, he's proved himself that, he could score 20 goals in the NHL. He did it in his second year in the NHL, which is not, a small accomplishment. It's actually a very big accomplishment. It's something that some players never accomplish. They never get to that. So I think Carlsson has that confidence that he can eventually be. I mean, you have to be realistic with Carlsson, right? I know some people think it's probably crazy to think, but Carlsson could potentially be a 35, 40 goal scorer eventually in the NHL, right? I mean, it's realistic to believe that. Why not? I mean, Carlsson, like I said, has shown signs that he can be that player for the Ducks, the game changer, the player that changes everything for the Ducks' future. I mean, you have to believe that. I mean, this has to be, the guy for the Ducks. I mean, obviously there's other guys on this team right now. They went out and got, Kreider and Granlund, but these guys are just short-term fixes, and it's still yet to be seen if they even do fix this Ducks team, right? Because they've never played for the Ducks, and they're older players, and, so many question marks with those guys, right? But you can't have question marks with Carlsson. You just can't. You have to feel confident that Carlsson is going to be a player of the future for the Ducks. You have to be. I mean, there's enough. It's just like Mason McTavish, right? The McTavish thing, as we know, is just getting so old to talk about, right? Because still no contract yet. But McTavish and Carlsson, come on, they are the future of the Ducks. They have to be. Those two players have to be the future of the Ducks for the foreseeable future, right? I mean, they're both young players. You expect come on, McTavish should be getting a long-term contract and should be locked up. And Carlsson eventually is going to, be in the same boat. And yeah, I mean, I hope Carlsson gets that long-term deal because that is what both of those guys are, deserve. I mean, Carlsson, it's only been a couple years, right? We got to see what he does in his third year. Got to wait and see. But 20 goals last year. This guy scores 35 this year. I mean, come on. This guy is going to be the future for the Ducks, and that's going to change everything for the future of this team, which the Ducks desperately need. Last year, playing the Four Nations, played one game in the Four Nations, didn't register a point for Sweden. Obviously, a young player, he had a hard time cracking that roster. But when he came back from that tournament, he tied for the Ducks lead and was second among Sweden-born forwards in goals with 11 in 28 games. Maple Leafs forward William Nylander led all Swedes with 12, but, right there, Carlsson, a goal behind Nylander, one of the best goal scorers in the NHL. Team lead 26 points for the Ducks after the Four Nations. He was third among Sweden-born forwards, trailing Nylander 29 and Kings forward Adrian Kempe, who had 27. So Carlsson was right there among some of the best Sweden-born players in the NHL. And like Hallam said, he's taken some big steps. And, he's still, like he said, those big centers that could drive the play up the middle. That's what every team is looking for. And just the way he is as a person, he's going to stay stable and solid mentally and just take the steps. Hopefully from 25 up to 35, he's going to be a top guy. And yeah, if he's going to be a top guy for Sweden, he's going to be a top guy for the Ducks. And it's super exciting. And I can't wait for next season to see what kind of Carlsson we see. The bigger, stronger Carlsson that maybe scores 30 goals for the Ducks and helps the Ducks finally make the playoffs. As always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Ducks!